G'day guys and welcome back to Titley Junction. As you can see, I've pulled items down, I've changed a few things at the moment, and frankly I'm going to be changing this altogether. Might be asking yourselves, okay, this is the second time you're pulling it down, what's happened now? Well, essentially I'm not happy with the layout, and it all stems back to lack of planning. Initially, my plan with Titley Junction, etc., never came to what I wanted it to be, and as a result, I built this out of haste, thinking, "Oh, yeah, great! Looked at this, looked at that. Yep, this will be great. I'll do this." And essentially, it hit me the other day. I came in here, was about to do some stuff, and I looked around and went, "Am I actually happy with this?" And it was a complete no. So yeah, time to change it. And of course, we'll change a few other things along the way. Okay, it's been a little bit since I did the last recording, and obviously you guys have missed it. So as you can see, started a bit more of the bench work. Now this bench work over here, all this down here is from what I had previously. It was all very good. No need to chuck it or anything like that. One of the things that I'm doing at the moment, which is going to be improvement over last time, is previously I had a very large gap from the bench work going to about here, so I could actually walk into it previously. Now, and obviously over the other side, way down the back there, I also had another gap, just so then I could access the rear if trains derailed, etc., which obviously did cost me some space. So what I'm doing now is, while this isn't dead hard up against the wall, it is not a huge amount of space that I've got here. The benchwork that continues from here is going to be buttoned up right against this wall, so I'm maximising the space that I've got right here in this area. The other thing, as you can see, is I've actually attached the benchwork this time to my wall, gone around any bumps, etc., and putting it all in. So we'll wait till the next bit. Okay, a few more weeks have passed and made excellent progress. So just show you what we're actually doing here. So what I've actually got here now is a big island right here in the middle. Goes out, and then we've essentially got a full loop around the outside. And you can see I've already got my back sewn up. So goes around the back, over to here, curls back around, down here. You notice my bench work here drops down a little bit. That's because I'm going to be putting a viaduct, river, a few different things there, but ideally I want a nice big bridge. As we go across over to here, we go back around. So you can see my carriage, my coach just in the back there, just to give an idea on how big this is. Now, if I walk to the other end of the actual room, so I'm right at the end now of the actual bench. As you can see here, we've got quite a decent amount of room now, and so yeah, lots been happening. So I've just put in my bus wiring, as you can see. So we're dealing with the red and the white here. I've also put in my cab, my DCC control panels as well. As you can see, I've formed a nice 90-degree connection across the actual wires to try and reduce interference as running up the back. I've also chucked in over the end here, I've got a little shelf right here where I've got my DCC unit, which is just a NCE SB5, so a smart booster. So layout will be at 5 amps, and so that'll be hidden under there. And the bus runs right around. Obviously it doesn't form a circle because you're not supposed to do that. So essentially the bus will start here, work its way around to the layout, and eventually finishes about here. So a lot of progress has been made with the wiring, everything else. Over here I've got my second bus, not my second bus, my second DCC panel just sitting here, and about to start putting on the layers of board over the top, so I can possibly start bench work. Now the back seam on the back there will be continuing around. The idea is this whole back seam will circle the entire layout area. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos as well, one thing that I've done now is I've attached my bench work to my actual walls this time, and I worked out, because that end of the wall there, plus over the back underneath the window, again, as I mentioned, I've got a small gap because it was unavoidable right here. However, most of the bench work is hard up against the wall, and just by attaching it to the wall, unlike I had previously, I've essentially gained around about 700 mil, so it's 70 centimetres, so it's a fair whack of extra space that I've got. Now I haven't put in a lift out section, as you can tell. I plan to duck under. This has been my little duck under spot right there. Works all right. It'll do. Bit of a pain, obviously, if I've got something over further on the table and I need to get here or get in. It's a pain, but it's otherwise yeah, it's not too bad. So I've got to brace the legs up a bit more as well, reinforce them to stop any wobbling. But it is pretty stable as it is. The other thing you'll notice is I've used quite some very heavy timber. 2x4s, I think, is what the nickname of them is, and they're actually just as cheap as the smaller stuff. So this stuff I would have normally used, which is essentially premium dressed pine. Looks very nice. It's what we commonly use. However, for the same price, getting this much more thicker bit of timber, essentially it was cheaper by a couple of cents. So I've built essentially a much more stronger, bigger layout, and obviously cheaper than with this sort of stuff. So as you can tell, big differences. So what are my plans for the actual layout? Well, I've got my plans, I've got my ideas and everything else, but I'm going to keep that a secret. So as you can imagine, I've got this nice big island here, and I've got a panel on this left hand side as well, so there must be something here. I've told you about my landscaping idea over here with the bridge, but in the middle we'll wait and see. And for those that have stuck with me, thank you very much. We will also find next video I will be changing the channel's name, Titley Junction. Those that have followed me from the start, was supposed to representation of the station Titley Junction near Herefordshire, but that hasn't come about. So at the moment the channel name has absolutely nothing to do with the layout nor its future of this layout. So I will be changing it. So if you see a different name, it could be me that actually shows up. So next video, guys, get new channel name. We'll change everything up. Video content, everything else is going to change as well. As you know, been a long while since we've had another video, and this is why. So yep, stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.